Hello, welcome to the semifinals of Whiz Kids. Whiz Kids is a quick recall academic competition for 4th and 5th grade students from area schools. My name is Dave Duda and I will be your moderator. Even though the teams are familiar with the rules, I would like to state that although Whiz Kids is similar to Governor's Cup, it is a Hardin County Schools competition. Today's contestants are from Clarkson and Heartland Elementaries. Now let's meet the team members and coaches from Clarkson.
Brooklyn is a 5th grader at Clarkson Elementary. She is 10 years old. Her hobbies are drawing and reading. Her parents are Grace and Jonathan Walters. She is in Gate and Beta Club and one day hopes to become a lawyer. Anderson is a 5th grader at Clarkson Elementary. He is 11 years old. He is the son of Brandon and Lindsay Green. His hobbies include playing outside and gaming. Anderson is also a member of the Beta Club and Gate. When Anderson grows up, he wants to be a surgeon. Tanner is a 5th grader at Clarkson Elementary School. He is the son of Jimmy and Sarah Tilford. Tanner is in the Beta Club and Gate program. He enjoys playing games with his family. When he grows up, he wants to be a chef. Harper is a 5th grader at Clarkson Elementary. She is a member of Beta Club and Gate. Her parents are Christy and Jeff Lentiti. Her hobbies include drawing and reading. She wants to be a language arts teacher when she grows up. Amy is a kindergarten teacher at Clarkson Elementary. She has taught kindergarten and 1st grade for 12 years. This is also her 2nd year to coach the academic team. Amy has 2 sons, 3 grandsons, and a spoiled basset hound. Sonia is a 4th grade teacher at Clarkson Elementary. This is her 22nd year teaching and her 2nd year to coach academic team. She has 2 sons that both enjoy playing baseball. When not at the ballpark, she likes to spend time with her family and shopping with her friends.
We will now meet the team and coaches from Heartland.
Cameron Dye is a 5th grader whose favorite subject is social studies. In his free time, he has a YouTube channel, Unknown Geography. When he grows up, he wants to be a doctor. Jace Colson. Jace is a 4th grader whose favorite subject is social studies. He loves hunting and fishing. When he grows up, he wants to be a gifted and talented teacher. Zoe Martin. Zoe is a 5th grader whose favorite subject is STEM. When she grows up, she wants to be a robot engineer. Cassia Ostergren. Cassia is a 5th grader whose favorite subject is reading. Her hobbies include reading, writing, and going outside. When she grows up, she wants to be an author. Miss Aid. Susan Aid is a fourth grade teacher at Heartland Elementary. She has been teaching for 5 years, and this is her 1st year as an academic team coach. Mr. Bramlett. Mike Bramlett is a 4th grade teacher at Heartland Elementary. He has taught for 28 years and has been an academic team coach for 21 years.
Coaches, you may return to your seats at this time. Teams, are you ready?
Yes.
Contestants, remember you may interrupt the reading of a toss-up question by buzzing in. However, if the answer is incorrect, the question will be reread in its entirety for the opposing team. Teams may confer on bonus questions, but the team captain must give the response. Or designate. Remember, the bounce-back bonus will be in effect. All questions are worth 1 point, and each half is 10 minutes long. The first question is a toss-up for either team. A recipe calls for 1/8 of a teaspoon of garlic and 1/2 of a teaspoon of salt. As a fraction, how many more teaspoons of salt than garlic does the recipe require?
Clarkson Tilford.
3/8.
Correct. 2, bonus. The governor of Indiana from 2013 to 2017, he was chosen in 2016 as the Republican nominee for vice president. Who served as vice president from 2017 to 2021 under President Donald Trump?
Mitch McConnell.
Incorrect, Captain.
Joe Biden.
Incorrect, Mike Pence. Toss-up 3. It can be calculated as displacement divided by time. Give this term for speed with direction.
Heartland Colson.
Velocity.
Correct. 4, bonus. In this book, Daniel and his mother relocate to a shelter after their apartment building catches fire. In searching for their cat, Jasmine, They learned that Mrs. Kim, a local shop owner, also has a missing cat. Name this portrait of the 1992 Los Angeles riots by Eve Bunting.
No answer.
Captain?
No response.
Smoky Night. 5, toss-up. In music, this accidental's purpose is to cancel out a previous accidental. It looks like a tilted square with two of the lines extending beyond its corners. Identify this accidental that means a note isn't sharp or flat.
Heartland die.
Tune.
Incorrect. Time, natural. 6, toss-up. At a farmer's market, Angela buys 2 quarts of strawberries. How many pints of strawberries did she purchase?
Clarkson Tilford.
16.
Incorrect.
Heartland die.
4.
Correct. 7, bonus. These dwellings are most often found among tribes in the Northeast. They were built using small trees that had been cut down and had their tops tied together to make a curved roof. Identify these Native American dwellings that got their name because they were sometimes over 400 feet long from one end to the other.
Longhouses.
Correct. 8, toss-up. Spelling required. The noise from the adjacent apartment prevented them from sleeping. Spell the word in the preceding sentence that is a synonym of close.
Clarkson Lentini.
AJACENT.
Incorrect.
Heartland Martin.
AJASENT.
Incorrect. ADJACENT. 9, toss-up. It is contrasted with magma, which is usually still inside the earth. It can flow at a variety.
Heartland die.
Lava.
Correct. 10, bonus. In music, this word refers to a simple, short melody that is sung in some church services. The most famous variety is named for Pope Gregory. What is this word that also means a word or phrase repeated by a crowd, maybe at a sporting event?
Hymn.
Incorrect, Captain.
Chant.
Correct. 11, toss-up. Consider the following sequence: 42, 22, 32, 12, and so on. State the next term in the sequence.
Heartland die.
12.
Incorrect.
Clarkson Tilford.
22.
Correct. 12, bonus. This economics term refers to a lowering of the general prices of an economy's goods and services. Give this term the opposite of inflation.
Deflation.
Correct. 13, toss-up. The first part of this compound word is the animal whose adjective is equine. The second part is a verb that birds, helicopters, and airplanes do. Give this compound name for a large.
Heartland Martin.
Horsefly.
Correct. 14, bonus. Like some organs, this instrument traditionally has 2 keyboards. The keys are attached to plectra that pluck strings resting above a soundboard. Name this precursor of the piano, which was a favorite instrument of J.S. Bach.
Organ.
Incorrect, Captain.
No response.
Harpsichord. 15, toss-up. It is frequently measured using the Mohs scale. What is this property of substances that is high for diamond and low for talc?
Clarkson Tilford.
Hardness.
Correct. 16 bonus. For a school fundraiser, Amelia has sold 12 and 1/2 cases of candy bars. Harry has sold 2/5 as many cases as Amelia. How many cases of candy bars has Harry sold? Time, Captain?
No answer.
5 cases. 17, toss-up. This island became part of the New Netherland province in 1626. A settlement named New Amsterdam.
Heartland, die.
New York.
Incorrect. I'll reread the question. This island became part of the New Netherland province in 1626. A settlement named New Amsterdam grew up on this island. What island did Peter Minuet, according to legend, buy for 60 guilders? Time, Manhattan. 18, toss-up. The original version of this nursery rhyme mentions a celebration of a lady's birthday. In the better-known rendition, the title character requests his pipe, his bowl, and a trio of fiddlers. Give the title of this poem about a monarch who was, quote, a merry old soul. Time, Old King Cole. Toss-up, 19. Of the known moons in the solar system, this is the only one with a substantial atmosphere. It is also the only known place besides Earth to have liquids in the form of rivers, lakes, and seas.
Heartland, die.
Titan.
Correct. 20, bonus. Locations in this musical include the North Mountain and Wandering Oaken's Trading Post and Sauna. Like the film on which it is based, it features the songs Love is an Open Door and For the First Time in Forever. Elsa sings Let It Go at the end of Act 1 in what Disney musical?
Frozen the musical?
Correct. 21, toss-up. Genevieve can mow a lawn in 30 minutes. Assuming all the lawns are the same size and she works at the same rate, how many lawns can she mow in 2 hours?
Heartland, die.
4.
Correct. 22, bonus. This national monument is located in the Black Hills of South Dakota and features a series of 60 feet tall granite carvings on a mountainside. Give the name of this monument featuring the faces of some of our American presidents.
Mount Rushmore?
Correct. 23, toss-up. This first novel is in a series is set on Canada's Prince Edward Island. In it, Matthew and Marilla Cuthbert adopt the title Red-Haired Orphan with a Large Imagination.
Heartland, Martin.
Anne of Green Gables?
Correct. 24, bonus. That is the end of the first half, and at the end of the half, the score is Clarkson 5, Heartland 10. Welcome back to the second half of Whiz Kids between Clarkson and Heartland Elementaries. During the half, the following substitution was made. Joining the team from Clarkson is Lily Bogajewski.
Lily is a 5th grader at Clarkson Elementary. She is the 10-year-old daughter of Whitney Lacefield and Doug Bogajewski. Her hobbies include softball and art. She also plays volleyball and is in the Beta Club. She wants to help animals when she grows up.
Teams, let's begin the second half of today's competition with a toss-up question. This architectural feature is divided from bottom to top into the plinth, dye, and cornice. What is the word for a support for a vase, column, or statue?
Clarkson Green.
Beams.
Incorrect.
Heartland Die.
Pillar.
Incorrect. Pedestal. 2. Toss-up. On this anthropod, the 3 body segments directly behind the head each have 1 pair of legs. They eat rotting plant material and protect themselves by curling up in a ball or secreting a stinky poisonous liquid. What are these organisms that, despite their name, never have more than 200 pairs of legs?
Heartland Die.
Millipede.
Correct. 3. Bonus. Multiple answer required. 3 consecutive integers add up to 15. What are these integers?
Five, 5, and 5.
Incorrect, Captain?
I designate Brooklyn.
5, 3, and 1.
Incorrect. 4, 5, and 6. Toss-up. 4. This period began with an event known as Black Thursday on October 24, 1929. For roughly the next decade, many Americans had difficulty finding work and struggled financially.
Clarkson Tilford.
Black Friday.
Incorrect. I'll reread the question. This period began with an event known as Black Thursday on October.
Heartland Die.
The Great Depression.
Correct. 5. Bonus. This Latin suffix may follow homa, insecta, or pesta. Identify this suffix meaning kill.
Phone.
Incorrect, Captain.
I'll designate Lily.
Hesitation. Side, C-I-D-E. Toss-up. 6. This Christian denomination's official name is the Society of Friends. In colonial America, its members settled mainly in Pennsylvania because the colony's founder, William Penn, was one. What is this sect known for?
Clarkson Bogazuski.
Quaker.
Correct. 7. Bonus. One example of this type of event with a prefix of thigmo is when plants climb by wrapping their tendrils around a surface. Another example of this type of event is when sunflowers turn to face the sun, and this type has the prefix photo. What is this biological phenomenon in which an organism grows or turns due to an environmental stimulus?
Photosynthesis.
Incorrect, Captain.
No answer.
Tropism. 8. Toss-up. Nancy's credit card rewards her with 300 points for every $100 she spends. If Nancy has 1,500 points so far.
Clarkson Tilford.
5.
Incorrect. I'll reread the question. Nancy's credit card rewards her with 300 points for every $100 she spends. If Nancy has 1,000...
Heartland Die.
$500.
Correct. 9. Bonus. This war broke out when President Thomas Jefferson wanted to show that the U.S. would not pay tribute to other nations. It made heroes out of Edward Preble and Stephen Decatur. Name this war the U.S. fought between 1801 and 1805 with the ruler of Tripoli.
No answer.
Captain?
Revolutionary War.
Incorrect. Tripolitan War. 10. Toss-up. This novel is the sequel to its author's A Long Way from Chicago. Set in small-town Illinois in 1937, it chronicles the 12 months Mary Alice spends living with Grandma Dowdell. Give the title of this Newbery winner by Richard Peck.
Clarkson Bogazuski.
Watercress.
Incorrect.
Heartland Martin.
A long way down from Illinois.
Incorrect. A Year Down Under. 11. Toss-up. This composer wrote his Great Mass in C minor after moving from Salzburg to Vienna. He nicknamed his longest and also final symphony for the chief Roman god Jupiter. Identify the classical era composer of the opera Così fan tutti.
Heartland Martin.
Jonathan Sebastian Bach.
Incorrect.
Clarkson Tilford.
Poe.
Incorrect. Mozart. Toss-up 12. The cheapest and most often used metal is this element, which has atomic number 26. It is also necessary for the prevention of anemia. Name this element that is also noted for its magnetic properties.
Clarkson Walters.
Iron.
Correct. 13 bonus. Nick rolls 2 fair 6-sided dice. Calculate the probability that if he rolls a 3 with the first die and a 6 with the second die.
One sixth.
Incorrect, Captain.
2/12.
Incorrect, 1/36. Toss-up 14. When a U.S. citizen is selected for this responsibility, their service is mandatory unless they are excused by the court. Give the 2-word term for this responsibility in which a citizen may be asked to serve as part of a group that decides whether or not a party is guilty during.
Clarkson Walters.
Grand jury.
Incorrect.
Heartland Martin.
Jury duty.
Correct. 15 bonus. This poem describes the title animal as, quote, brown and furry and in a hurry. The speaker urges the insect to avoid toads and birds of prey and to, quote, spin and die to live again a butterfly. What is the title of this Christina Rossetti poem?
No answer.
Captain?
Caterpillar.
Correct. 16 toss-up. This dancer was a Kirov ballet soloist for 3 years before defecting in 1961. He choreographed works for the London Festival of Ballet and Paris Opera Ballet, and was a permanent guest artist with the Royal Ballet, who danced in many ballets, including Romeo and Juliet, opposite Margot Fontaine. Time, Rudolf Nureyev. Toss-up, 17. They are usually called hurricanes or typhoons, depending on where they originate. Weaker versions of these are often called tropical storms. What are these rapidly rotating storms that form over large bodies of water and can be hundreds of miles wide?
Heartland Martin.
Waterspout.
Incorrect.
Clarkson Green.
Tsunamis.
Incorrect. Cyclone. 18. Toss-up. Some mathematicians include the equilateral triangle in this other triangle class. What is the word for a triangle with 2 angles of equal measure and 2 sides of equal length?
Heartland Die.
Isosceles.
Correct. 19. Bonus. While Louisiana uses parish and Alaska uses borough, all other states use this term to refer to the small geographic subdivisions that comprise the state. Identify this smaller component of a state, of which Kentucky has 120.
Counties.
Correct. 20. Toss-up. This tall-tale man was raised in a furnace after being... That is the end of the game, and the final score is Clarkson 8 and Heartland 16. Congratulations to the winning team, and to both teams for an excellent competition. Join us for our next Whiz Kids competition.